So, you just started learning how to wrap cars, but you're running into real big problems that is holding you back from really being successful on wrapping that panel. Well, you just clicked on the right channel just for that, because we're about to break down the 7 biggest mistakes that new car wrappers make, and also how to fix those mistakes. We're going to show you step by step on that. But first, we need you to go ahead and subscribe to our channel so we can give you more tips and tricks just like this. And I get it. You've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Everybody's showing you different ways and different techniques, but you're getting confused because you don't know which techniques go where. Well, let me break that down for you. And halfway through this video, I'm going to give you an exclusive tip, really like a bonus, so that way you'll see exactly what we provide in each of our services if you're wrapping. The first problem is thinking this is going to squeegee out all of your problems. Do not treat this squeegee like an iron. This doesn't iron out wrinkles and creases. What you need to do before you lay down anything, know where to get the air out at when you're wrapping each panel, such as a hood compared to a bumper. Most people like to go ahead and just lay down the vinyl, pull the paper back in all the way out, and then start squeegeeing immediately. Don't do that. You want the vinyl to be smooth, glassed out first, and then you're able to squeegee or use your palm. If you don't know what I mean, it's called the glove. And there's a lot of gloves on here. I even got a list of tools and equipments that'll always benefit you. So if you're looking, just click the link below. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people just lay out the vinyl and then start squeegeeing. Stop. You're causing yourself more problems than solutions. Just follow the steps. Glass out the panel, then squeegee. If you need to use the glove to palm it out, do so. If not, make sure that it is ready to be squeegeed. And how do you know? When it looks nice and smooth, like this, like it's almost squeegeed down, then it's ready to be squeegeed. But do not run your fingers on it and thinking that it's gonna stay there and look good. Every time you put your fingers on the vinyl and it's not squeegeed down, it's gonna cause it to trap the air, and that's gonna cause more bubbles. Don't do that. Oh. The second one that I always try to tell people not to do is leave too much vinyl when you're wrapping. It's gonna be in your way, you're gonna fold it over, it's gonna crease on you, and it's gonna be something difficult to deal with, meaning that any panel, whether it's the fender, whether it's the hood, whether it's the bumper, and you have too much vinyl and then you're trying to lift up certain parts to get a crease out, guess what's gonna happen? You guessed it. It's gonna fold over on itself and it's gonna cause more problems than you will ever imagine. Now, what you need to do is go ahead and trim the vinyl. It'll work much better for you. And I'm not saying cut it short. I know a lot of y'all do the, oops, my bad. I thought that was a little bit longer than it was. Stop. Just trim it just enough to where you still leave yourself a little bit of 2 to 3 inches of extra vinyl. Now, number 3 is very aggravating to me because I keep saying it in a lot of videos. It's overstretching the vinyl. I've seen plenty of people do it countless times, whether they're at shows doing it live or they're just doing it on the recordings. I understand some people are going for content and engagement and just trying to get all of the likes and everything, but your clients is pissed off at this point because you're just pulling for dear life, and then once they get that car back in a good warm day, it's peeling back.
The areas that usually peel back the most, side mirrors.
Now, not everybody's prep is the same. I get it. But the dirt that is on this ground, and the dirt that is on this tire, and the dirt that is on this panel are all parts that can be attracted onto your vinyl. So, if you get dirt under your vinyl, lift it up, clean it off with a little bit of alcohol, and lay it back down. But if you have extreme dirt on there and it looks like pimples everywhere because you did not properly clay bar it, wash it, pressure wash it, whatever the case may be, that means you need to take that off and start again. And do the proper prep, because if you're wrapping a whole car, imagine the other panels that you didn't clean properly. What I suggest you do is build your team. What do I mean? Let's start. Build your team means that you need to find detailers that specialize in this, dismantlers, body shops. All of this needs to go in there because these people are professionals at what they do. And obviously you're not a professional at what they do. So build your team, and grow with them, because guess what? As they get projects, they may need you and you may need them. Clean the surface properly first. If you don't feel like building a team or having someone like that on your team, then you need to thoroughly clean that and make sure that this vehicle that is going to be wrapped is spotless. Very few bumpers can be wrapped in one piece. But for the other bumpers out there, the Dodge Chargers, the Challengers, the Camaros, the Mustangs, the Corvettes, whatever, anything that's pretty intricate on that bumper will need to be wrapped in multiple pieces. If you are a beginner and you're watching this and you're thinking that you can wrap every bumper with one piece to wrap a whole bumper, stop. Press stop, go back, look at your bumper, and just look at it for a nice warm day out. It's about to be the summertime if it isn't already. It just needs to be warm. I get clients always ask me the same thing over and over. Hey man, I'm about to get my hood wrapped in my roof too. I'm like, okay, I give them a price. They're like, all right, cool. They pay the deposit. And then the first time that they show up at the shop and I see clear coat, chipping, faded paint, chipping, rust, chipping. Just know that any type of business is going to charge you for that. They're going to charge you more. Let them know this. And if you are a new installer and you do not realize what you're about to get into, if you wrap over that, the time that you're about to lift up that panel and reposition it again, guess what's happening? That clear coat is coming with it. And when you try to squeegee that down or just lay it down and it doesn't stick, that means the clear coat's stuck to your vinyl. That means you can't wrap with that vinyl anymore. So if you don't know what this means after that, redo. Exactly, redo. So here's how to address it. The last final mistake that I've seen a lot of new installers make, even myself, is having bad cuts. You do not want to have bad cuts. Take your time. If you don't feel comfortable, sometimes you can use knifeless tape. Do not use it everywhere on this because you will run out of that knifeless tape and you're gonna have to use your blade. So go ahead and practice. Take smaller pieces of vinyl and try to cut it properly. Look at the tips and tricks. There's hundreds of tips and tricks on here, even on my page. And that leads me to my next thing, which is joining our online wrap class that we have on YouTube. We even have Build Your Business wrap class so you can generate clients on our online classes. So click the link on there. It's $50 a month. You're welcome to join at any time, and you're also free to cancel at any time. So this will benefit you tremendously on learning how to tuck and cut, how to wrap bumpers, how to wrap doors, door handles, side mirrors, whatever you want is all on there. So that's what I recommend you doing right there. But for those practice shots that you got to do, take a small piece of 1 foot by 1 foot piece, put it on the corner, practice with those and learn how to do those areas much cleaner. If they're not clean, the client will see it and the client is not recommending you to anyone else. That's how it usually goes. They'll tell 10 people that you're not good, but when you do a great job, they only tell 1. So make sure you do clean cuts. And how do you do those clean cuts? With a sharp blade to start with first. And when you have a sharp blade, you cut very cleanly. Always go slow when you go around your curves on cutting. Position your body to make sure that your cut is comfortable like you are. When you're comfortable, so will your cuts. Understand the techniques that you're working with too. The same techniques that you're doing on the hood does not work on the roof. Same techniques that work on the roof does not work on the door. All of these techniques are different in different areas. So, practice. Practice, 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 practice.